Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe.
And in the end, each of us will account to God for how we protected kids.
So we have a little more information about what went down during Monday's child welfare hearing. Ever since Shari Franke was spotted in attendance with her attorney, there's been a lot of discussion on what her role is in this. Is she trying to gain custody of her siblings? Me personally, I don't think she's necessarily trying to gain custody. I think she's there more as a witness. So this is the article we're going to get into from KSL. Now, Ruby's attorney said, "My client is incarcerated and that looks like it's going to continue for the foreseeable future." On September 9th, Ruby asked for her detention hearing to be moved up, so they expedited to Monday. However, the attorneys filed a motion Monday morning asking to postpone or continue due to copious amounts of discovery. No official date has been given for the next court hearing. At the child welfare case, the judge talked about a pending motion to seal the case, which has been agreed to by all attorneys. I think a lot of people are confusing Jodi and Ruby's criminal case with the child welfare hearing. So they are two separate cases, and they are filing to seal the child welfare hearing, not the criminal case. The judge expressed a desire to only speak about scheduling and procedural issues during the case, citing a motion that has been filed to close the case to the public. She asked attorneys to be careful about what is said in court while that motion is pending. Virginia Blanchard, who represents the children in the case, said this case deals with sensitive issues involving children. So she is the one that filed the motion to seal the case. Not sealing the case is fundamentally unfair to them. It's contrary to their best interest, and it's being tried on the world stage as we speak. The judge said she wants to consider other viewpoints and noted that there were multiple media representatives in the room, but agreed that dealing with the children is sometimes sensitive. She asked Shari Franke, Ruby's oldest daughter, who was at the hearing with an attorney, to file a motion weighing in on the request to seal the case, which would ultimately prevent her from attending future hearings. "I'd like to know your perspective so I can weigh in," the judge said. So the fact that the judge asked Shari's opinion on whether or not she thought the case should be sealed kind of gives me the clue that maybe Shari is not trying to gain custody, but like I said, is there more as a witness. Kevin Franke's attorney, Randy Kester, said that he would file a brief regarding his client's ability to speak about issues in the case without disclosing what happens in court if the case is sealed. Kevin's lawyer is obviously loving the media attention.
Randy, can we talk to you for a minute?
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Do you mind, Kevin? No, go ahead. All right.
So if the custody hearing is sealed, he wants to still be able to talk about certain things, just not what happened in court.
Beginning, we're just working toward trying to get this family healed and get these kids back where they should be. They need to be with a family member, preferably Kevin. We're working hard, Kevin and I, to convince the state that he's an incredible father, as he was before all this happened.
Attorneys confirmed mediation had occurred last week in the child welfare case, and another mediation was scheduled Monday for October 11th. After that mediation, a pre-trial will be held on October 17th to discuss what will happen next in juvenile court. The judge agreed to a protective order that would limit mediation to only parties in the case and their attorneys, and restrict streaming or recording. She said this order will expedite the mediation process. Now, the hearing on October 17th, the pretrial hearing, is set to occur in person, and the court will need to prepare transportation for Ruby Franke to be transported from jail to the hearing. Now, if the seal does not go through, the hearing will be public. And again, that is about the child welfare hearing being public. If you're not super familiar with this family, Shari Franke is Ruby's oldest daughter, and she's actually a junior at BYU right now. And starting around 2022, Shari kind of distanced herself from her family. She made an Instagram post talking about this, and she has actually called law enforcement several times to do child welfare checks for her siblings. And then right as everything went down and Ruby was arrested, she made these posts to Instagram. She also asked for fans to help her compile a list of any questionable 8 passengers or Connexions videos and upload them to a Google Doc. Now, she also did an interview on a podcast where she talked about her life growing up on social media as well as Connexions, which I am making a separate video about, so be sure to come back for that.
You are triggered and you're upset because of something Kevin and I have done with our children that is actually working really well for us, then I would invite you to look at it and ask yourself, what is it that I'm projecting onto this situation? Because you would be upset and you would be angry if I was your mom doing this to you.
Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share.